Curry steps back. Bang! They do have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry!
What's good, Claude? Well, why did I say what's good to you? What's good, viewers? Here is the February installment of the fourth quarter report. Claude, what's good? How you doing, man?
Doing good, bro. You know, last month, February, was the month of love. So you feel me? Like, I've been on my love vibes.
I hear you. Let's get into it. So I'm gonna start off with a few topics that we got here. We did slightly talk about the Luka aspect to this, but on the other side of the Luka train, we know all the craziness, the sadness, Clip, man. We wrong, man. We are so wrong. We couldn't be more wrong about a situation right now. When I wrote this topic down, it was just this guy. Now I got to add on to it. So, AD was having a marvelous first half. I think it was 26 and 13.
Like you specified.
Yeah, he wind up. I think he wind up the first half with like 22 points, but in that third quarter, fourth quarter, the second half, he injured himself his groin. He strained his groin, and he has been out for an extended period of time. So, as I said in the beginning, when I first was going to ask this question, it was just going to be about AD. Now, Kyrie Irving goes down with a torn ACL, out for the remainder of the season. Man, is K for Dallas, or there's a fighting chance that AD comes back and they surprise some people?
Nah, he said not coming back.
He said he's not coming back.
Yeah, I could have sworn he said he shut the. He ain't coming. Yeah, if he didn't say
man.
that, I could have sworn. I could have sworn I read he said that shit.
And man, I think he was. I think he was thinking about the king of PTO, the king of PTO.
Hey man, get your money where you can, my guy. I ain't nothing. Like, but bro, this shit about to crash and burn, bro. Let's Klay Thompson put this shit on his back, bro.
Yeah,
he put this shit on his back, bro.
There's no shot that's happening, bro. This ain't 2015. This ain't 2016.
Other than that, bro, what he gonna do, bro? Like they get into the play-in and then have to fight. I'm gonna come back for that shit, bro. You crazy?
Nah, for real.
Out your mind, bro. Bro, yo, when I saw that, bro, I felt so bad, yo, cause like when I watched it, I'm like,
which one?
What the fuck happened?
Which one?
Kyrie, bro.
Okay.
When I saw that happen, bro, I was like, yo, what the fuck happened? So, yo, if I'm a Mavs fan, you better really be talking to the therapist, man. You really better be getting help, man.
You remember that book, like, going back to, like, the Scholastic Book Fair days, right? Like, that book, The Series of Unfortunate Events. That's what this is. A series of unfortunate events, bro. Like, who could have guessed that, who would have guessed that Luka would have got traded first? But it's a series of unfortunate events for the Mavs fans, not really for the Mavs organization. Losing Luka to then go like, at least we got AD in the trade. AD goes down. Damn. All right, AD probably going to be gone for like a couple games. He'll be back. Extended period, he's going to be out. Damn, he's going to be out for an extended period. Maybe Lively come back for a little bit. Gafford come back. Kyrie hold down the fort. Kyrie actually cooking the weeks that he wasn't there too.
Cooking.
Like, and holding them together. Then boom, he goes down. It's like, damn, man, all in the same month. like couldn't take a break.
What the fuck? What? Yo, that was a lot, bro.
No. All right. Do you think that now with where Kyrie is, or where Kyrie should be when he comes back after this injury, and you got AD coming back next year, and the rest of this squad, you think that all that we said is being postponed for a year, or do you think that this is just a Cook situation completely?
So is Kyrie gonna extend? Like is contract not up?
I mean, I think Kyrie has no choice but to re-sign here with a torn ACL.
Right.
Like, it's gonna be hard for him to get it somewhere else, unless if it's like, and maybe he pulled that fuckery that we were just talking about and go and sign with the Lakers for like a vet min, or because remember he tried to do that before. So, but I think that he's gonna show the loyalty to this team because
I think he'll do that. Especially with the whole circumstance of everything that's going on.
Exactly.
But then I feel like if he didn't suffer this, but then I like the way Kyrie is, like I kind of feel like he let the universe do his talking for him. Like you clearly see that he believes in God like strongly. The ACL tour, when he was shooting the free throw, he said, "Thank you, God." So like I feel like he just lets things come to him happen. So like,
yeah. All right, we'll move on.
Shout out to the Jersey boy, man.
Moving on. This one, it was funny when I wrote it down. Like, I remember writing this down during the month and thinking that I was going to get a good laugh out of this. So this player has been receiving injections throughout the season just to play in a regular season game, not for playoff games, not because they're playing in a game 6, game 7. Injections in the regular season just so he could be out there and put out those stinkers that he's putting out. Should Podcast P, Paul George, retire, Claude?
No. I ain't gonna lie to you. The reason I'm gonna say no because I ain't Stephen A. Smith. I don't know that nigga doing that shit to Kyrie. that nigga should just retire. Nah, like it made me question. Like you know how it was like he's putting a pause to like being on the podcast and things because of like he need time for like the game and shit. Like take like you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. But I mean, it really wasn't the podcast that was the problem. It really was like you're fucked up.
Exactly.
Like,
I hate to say it like this, but there's certain players that know when it's time to put a good excuse out there, and he was one of them, man. Because that's a double down in my mind. You first say you get the news, the reports out there circulating about the whole you're getting injections first, and then man, it was when that came out. That was after they lost to us. And he only had 2 points, and I think he was 1 of 7, bro. They gave them $212 million, Clint.
I'm gonna put these shots, bro. Yeah, I gotta go out there showing like, yo, you. There's a reason why you give me this money. Shots, bro.
I mean, he took just 7 though, but he took just 7, but. I don't even think it's about Paul George. I don't think it's about Joel Embiid. I don't think it's Tyrese Maxey. Bro, at some point, someone's got to give. Someone has to take the blame for this. That is not just the players. And the sad part is, it's not Nick Nurse in my mind either. It gotta be Daryl Morey, man. How you give it? You are now historically making bad decisions, like a series of bad decisions. One, you give the extension to Embiid. It's sad because like in that part of when you gave Embiid that extension, there's no world where you don't give him the extension. So this criticism sounds like it's hypocritical to say now, right? I understand that. But at the same time, it is your job as the GM to not do. Clearly, you just saw it with Nico Harris doing what's not popular for the best, in his mind, best interest of the team, right? Does it necessarily mean that was in the best interest of the team? Only time could tell. Only time could tell.
Yeah.
But he should be thinking, is it wise to give a man that has missed, and I gotta bring it up again, Clay, is coming back. A guy that has missed over 400 games. He's going to eclipse 50% of his career has been spent on his ass. To give that man guaranteed 55 this year, I believe, and then it ascends to 60 in the next upcoming years. That is close to 50% of your cap. So for 50% of the time, he is going to take 50% of your resources, and there's nothing you can do about that. Like, there's no one that's going to pick him up. There's no one that's going to trade for him. Like, that is rough. That is so rough. Now, you look at the aspect of you panicked. You panicked. That's the honest answer. You panicked because you knew that this team didn't have enough. You saw what Harden left you, how Harden left you, and you were scared that, damn, we just don't know. I don't know if I'm going to have a job after this season. So when you go into this off season, after a disappointing season, I would say, last year, losing to the Knicks in the first round, you panic and you go after a guy that on the surface looks like a really good player. And I'm going to be the first one to tell you, and I'm not going to be a hypocrite on it. I believed that Paul George was going to work. I thought that Paul George ascended the Sixers to that 3 seed, and they were going to be a good team. But I don't have the benefit of seeing Paul George medical records. I don't have the benefit of understanding or seeing or being so analytical or having an analytical team behind me to understand exactly the throughput that Paul George has or what his role on this team was going to be. You knew that, and you signed this guy to that max that his own team, that has James Harden, who just left your team that you didn't want to pay, and has Kawhi Leonard, and they said, nah, we good, bro. We're not going to give you what we gave Kawhi. You're not getting that. Like, so to think that you pulled the wool over someone's eyes to get a player like that, and now it's playing out like this, bro. I think it's already, this is the obituary. The obituary is being written right now of like, this is the end of his time as the president of basketball operations in Philly, because it's obviously not working, and he might not be the guy for this vision. If we talk about it like in a car value sense, right? If you paid this value in a vehicle, man, like, buying a $50,000 car and getting $2,000 car worth of value. That's what they're getting right now. Like, and some people might say that it's harsh to say that as the numbers, but that's what it feels like, because you're not getting that value.
You getting a car, bro, and every other week, bro, you got to put oil in it just so that shit can run.
Yeah. Not only just put oil. Oil would be as if he was rolling his ankle, and he's out a couple of games, No, Clint, this is every time you start that vehicle, you gotta put oil in it. And you gotta make sure it's some premium oil every single time, just so that it can run well. Crazy. Every time you need to go to the grocery store. Oh man, you better get that oil, bro. Pour that shit, bro. Because they ain't gonna run. It ain't even gonna be able to run. It's not even a good quality run. You won't even get a bad start. You can't even get a cold start off of that. Oh my!
Shit! Here we go again. Every time.
No, for real.
Because like the thing is, everybody. If you had a car before. Mm-hmm. You had a piece of shit before, bro. Exactly. You know that feeling when that shit is about to die. You're doing everything you can, yo.
For Phillies fans that gotta go through this, but I mean,
hey man, hopefully Hopefully they're happy that the Eagles won, man.
Yeah. Hey man, you trade your soul. You trade your soul for the for the Eagles win, you know?
Yeah, bro.
Oh my god. All right, let's move on. Next topic. The T-Wolves have recently been picking up some W's, Claude. They're looking a lot more cohesive. They're waiting for a couple guys to come back and really strengthen their position. But they're still, it's a gauntlet at the bottom of the West right now. But let me ask you this question: are the T-Wolves destined to make another run to the Western Conference Finals?
I would like them to, cause I would like for them to, cause gradually, right, since the last couple of years, they've just been getting better and better and better. So I would like them to, but I still do think that the trade was still tough. But I feel like I understand it because it's a business move because somebody's gonna have to get paid. So I understand it, and the beginning of the season was rocky, and the fact that they're on a 4-game winning streak right now, and they're 1 game behind the Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're 1 game behind the Warriors. I do think the Warriors did get better, but they could overtake the Warriors. I don't see no reason for them not to not be in that playing situation, but yeah, I could see them. I could see them being the 6th seed, and now it's just you be the 6th seed. How far would you go? How far would you go into the playoffs? So that's the thing now. I know it's tough.
I mean, 6th seed is a sweet spot because they match up pretty well with the Nuggets. They've beat them before, so it would be a good way to get in. But also, not only would it be a good way to get in, it would also be, it would just be, I think, a better path. And I know this sounds crazy because the Lakers could be the 2 seed. But I think it's a better path in the sense of, and more of the sense of, you ultimately want to get to that 4 seed. If you could get up to that 4 seed, drop the 2 teams we were talking about, the Grizzlies and the Rockets down, that would be where you want to be. But I don't think they want to see OKC. They just don't have the personnel offensively to keep up with that defense. I say, ultimately, the way how they play, they could be a good matchup against the Lakers. Lakers, same question, same issue. Their defense is not amazing. They're just playing so fast to mask a lot of that defensive issues that they have. But when the game slows down and becomes a half-court game in the playoffs, then we'll see truly what the Lakers look like. But they still have 2 nuclear superstars to carry them. But
8-game winning streak, bro.
Yeah,
that's something, bro.
I know. And that's what I'm saying. So there's a world where I just think that if you could get up to, if you could stay in that 6th spot, there is a world where you could make it to the Western Conference Finals. Is it easy? No, it's not going to be easy, but it's possible with that seed. So yeah. All right, let's move on. I guess we talked about the Lakers a little bit. You said they're on an 8-game winning streak. They're on an 8-game winning streak. Are the Lakers in your mind right now after seeing these last couple of games, this winning streak? Seeing how Luka has been playing as well, and then obviously how LeBron has been playing. Are they destined to make it to the finals?
Bro, I feel like LeBron just feels so rejuvenated right now. He's feeling happy. He's feeling younger. He's feeling like he got that beast in pose. Mm-hmm. But he bro. If they make it to the finals, bro, I wouldn't be surprised.
But having Luka on the team with him just has defenders play him a little bit more honest. Well, play Luka a little bit more honest, which means LeBron is getting weak side drives. Like, he's getting put in spots that he probably ain't never seen in his career ever happen to
right
him.
now.
Exactly. He's taking well of it advantage of it. One of the brilliance of LeBron's game is how he could conserve that energy for the right moments. And because he has a player like Luka, he is able to conserve his energy even in a regular season to have some of the plays that he's doing now. I think that it's very, very possible that we see them in the finals. I'm not saying, and we got to eat our words. I'm going to put it here, is that we got to eat our words. We said that it was going to be the Mavs that would have a better short term. It's starting to look like they ain't even going to have the short term, bro.
Bro, I'm sorry that I went against LeBron, bro. Like, the universe loves that man, bro.
You keep on talking like that, you might be looking like Stephen A. You might have Stephen. You be in your face like Stephen A. Man.
He gonna have to come to Jersey. He gonna have to come to Jersey, bro.
He said, "Ain't nothing but a flight, bro. Ain't nothing but a flight."
Shout out to everybody, bro. Like, the Lakers really are balling, and like they really do seem like they have a shot. They definitely. I like if they make it to the finals, I'm not surprised.
All right. The Warriors. You talked about them lightly, bro. We gotta bring it up. Jimmy did all he did over there. He getting sued now. People in Miami mad. They trying to sue him and stuff. But
I didn't know they tried to sue him.
Yeah, he's getting sued about like some back payments for rental for an apartment and for a house too. But
y'all gonna have to catch me.
Jimmy, like, I don't even care about none of that. I'm out here winning. I'm winning. I'm getting dubs in San Fran for the dubs. I'm getting dubs for the dubs. They are 10-2 since adding Jimmy Butler. Is this something or nothing, Clay?
It's something. It's not something major, but it's something. It's something. Like, they could be, Steph. See an argument why not, like, he shouldn't be in the top 5. And I feel like because of how he plays, can't count the Warriors out, bro. Especially that like the fact that they're still winning though, like, they're 8-2, still says something though. So
yeah,
I see that if they make it to the playoffs, I do think that they're gonna make some noise. And I know Steph Curry want, like, he wanna show people that, like, bro, I could really ball, bro. Like, y'all think what y'all saw in Paris was sweet, bro. let me make it into the playoffs, bro. See what happened, bro.
If you had the world where the Lakers get to the Western Conference and you have the world where the Warriors get to Western Conference Finals, Clay, who you got?
Luka Magic, bro.
I guess that's where we're going to differ.
It's literally like, to me, it's just going to go down to like two best players on both teams. That's literally how it's going to go down, bro.
And I understand that, but there has never been a player that has ever in a playoff series outduel LeBron James, except Jimmy Butler, and that alone. Jimmy Butler, the player in the regular season, is not the same guy you see in the playoffs, and that's why I'm saying it's. For me personally, if it was those two, I'm going Warriors because of what Steph is and can be when he's going, and then if Jimmy Butler is going as well.
You're gonna see LeBron, and LeBron gonna be like, "Yo, Luka hit. we about to destroy these boys, bro.
We'll see.
Let's go, bro.
We'll see.
Let's go, bro." I will say, if the NBA scriptwriters are writing, bro, that would be that'd be a fire thing, bro.
We'll see. I hope that we get one of them games on the calendar soon.
Gonna go on there too, bro.
Let's see. I mean, do you know if they're playing anytime soon? That's gonna go crazy. It's April 3rd. That's the next time in Los Angeles. 10 o'clock game.
Okay.
So put that on the calendar, guys. April 3rd. I mean, that'll be just in time for another one of our installations of the fourth quarter report, and it probably is going to be the March one. So we'll probably bring it up after we see that game. But yo, Claire, hey man, we'll remember this conversation. We'll see. Last topic of the day, Claude, man. Save this one because it was a little bit more somber. It was a team that we talked about. And ironically, we already talked about someone calling it quits. But I asked this question again. Coach Pop recently in February let us know that he will be missing the remainder of this season and will be prioritizing his health and taking care of himself after his stroke that he suffered early in the season. Is it time for Pop to call it quits, Claude, or do you think he should just still be going out there and giving it a try to keep on coaching?
But like, dude has passion for the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is not one of the jobs you could do just like work from home. Like, you can't be
Exactly
on a tablet, FaceTime, and do that shit. Like, cause like, if it wasn't for none of that, I'd be like, oh yeah, no, it's fine. But you still got to travel with the team. You still got to be you putting your body through like strenuous things. As an old dude, bro, as an old head, bro, you gotta go do that shit, bro. Like, you're already like one of the greatest coaches. Like, and the things I understand, you want to be there for Wemby, bro. Like, you want to be like that coach Wemby and stuff like that. Like, and I understand that a lot. Damn, bro, like your health is really important. Like, I be saying to y'all, go get help. Like, not really mean it. Like, that's a lot of people that like should really consider like their health and shit like that, because we only hit one time, unless you believe in reincarnation. Then our prayers are for Pops.
I thought, after I think he lost his wife like some years ago, I thought during that time we were already at that point where he was close to calling it quits. And then interestingly enough, like Wemby revitalized all of those thoughts of he should be around, but like the culture is the culture. The guys that were a part of that culture are still here to help out, and I think that he can help with even deciding who that person is. But I think that is best that he steps out of that first seat, that first seat on the bench and hand it over to someone else as they can. And Pop, well wishes. We hope a speedy recovery. If you do decide to come back, man, good luck. You got a good team. You might have a good pick. And if you do decide to retire, ain't nobody blaming you. All right, Claude, man, this was a good-ass episode. I'm happy that we're seeing the end of the February installment of the fourth quarter report. Claude, anything else you got to say before we head out?
So, I heard that music is therapeutic, so it helps people in times of need, right? So,
Yep.
Go listen to Party Next Door, Sexy Songs for You. That shit is fire. Y'all gonna enjoy it. It's for the bitches. We like bitches. Let's get it poppin'.
You heard that. I ain't going to co-sign it, but you heard that. I ain't listened to it. That's the only reason why I can't co-sign it. but you heard that. All right. Well, for me, to the viewers, man, we only got 2 more months left. Well, really a month and a half, man. Like a month. Honestly, it's really a month and like a week, to be honest.
Yeah.
The playoffs is getting set. I'm excited. I can't wait, man, to continue to do these. Also, we will have the fourth quarter report, but in the playoffs, but it will be at a different capacity. It will be at a series capacity. So I I can't wait to see how different that will be in a viewing perspective for you guys. But I'm sure you'll enjoy it, and we enjoy you coming back out to watch another one of these episodes, and can't wait to see you in the March installment.